Imagine you're Aron Ralston. It's April 26, 2003. You're deep inside Bluejohn Canyon in Utah, a place so remote it feels like another planet. You're an experienced canyoneer, confident, maybe even a little cocky. You're descending a narrow slot canyon, just another Saturday adventure. And then it happens. An 800-pound boulder, seemingly stable, shifts under your weight. In a horrifying instant, it crashes down, pinning your right hand and wrist against the canyon wall. You're trapped, utterly, terrifyingly trapped. You try to push it, to chip away at it with your multi-tool, to rig a pulley system with your ropes. Nothing works. The boulder won't budge, not an inch. The first day passes in a blur of adrenaline and disbelief. You ration your tiny supply of water, just 350 milliliters and 2 small burritos. You scream for help, but your voice is swallowed by the vast, silent desert. No one knows where you are. You hadn't told anyone your specific plans. A rookie mistake, and it could be a fatal one. Day 2. The initial shock gives way to a grim reality. The pain is immense, a constant, throbbing agony. Your hand is already starting to change, the circulation cut off. You keep working at the rock, but it's futile. Hope begins to curdle into despair. You start recording goodbye messages on your camcorder for your family, a final testament from a man who knows he's going to die in this beautiful, unforgiving place. The desert nights are freezing, the days are scorching. You shiver uncontrollably, then bake under the relentless sun. Day 3. Dehydration sets in. Your thoughts become muddled. Hallucinations begin to dance at the edge of your vision. You see friends, loved ones. You dream of cold water, of ice cubes melting in your mouth. Your reality shrinks to this tiny, sandstone prison. The boulder is no longer just a rock, it's your tombstone. You continue to chip away, not with any real hope of moving it, but just to have something to do, to fight off the encroaching madness. Every clink of metal on stone is a tiny protest against your fate. Day 4, you're out of water. Your urine is dark brown, your body is shutting down. The pain in your hand has been replaced by a dead numbness. You know what this means. The tissue is dying. Gangrene is setting in. A terrifying, desperate idea, one you'd dismissed as insane, starts to feel not just possible but necessary. You look at your cheap multi-tool. The blades are dull. Could you do it? Could you cut off your own arm to live? The thought is monstrous, but the alternative is certain death. Day 5. It's Tuesday. You've been trapped for over 100 hours. You've accepted your death. You've said your goodbyes. But then, a vision. A vision of a future child, a little boy with blonde hair. You see yourself scooping him up with one arm. It's not a hallucination. It feels like a premonition, a promise. This vision galvanizes you. It's no longer about just surviving. It's about living for a future you haven't met yet. You know what you have to do. You apply a tourniquet using the tubing from your camelback. You take your multi-tool, but the blade is too dull to cut through skin. In a moment of desperate brilliance, you realize you have to break the bones first. You use the force of your body against the trapped arm, leveraging yourself against the canyon wall. A sickening crack echoes in the canyon. You break your radius. Another sharp, agonizing movement, and you snap your ulna. The pain is blinding, but you're fueled by pure will. Now, for the part that defies imagination. Using the small 2-inch blade of your multi-tool, you begin to cut. Through muscle, through nerves, through tendons. It's a slow, gruesome process that takes an entire hour. An hour of unimaginable agony and concentration. Finally, you sever the last bit of tissue and you are free. Free, but far from safe. You're bleeding, severely dehydrated, and in a state of shock. You still have to rappel 65 feet down a cliff face with one hand, and then hike 7 miles out of the canyon. You stumble through the desert, a ghostly figure covered in blood and dust. Every step is an act of defiance. After hours of hiking on the verge of collapse, you see them. A family from the Netherlands hiking. They can't believe what they're seeing. They give you water, some Oreos, and race to get help. Soon, the thumping sound of a rescue helicopter fills the canyon. As they lift you into the sky, you look down at the vast, indifferent landscape that was almost your grave. You didn't just survive, you chose to live. You chose a future with a son you hadn't met. You amputated your arm, but you saved your life. Aron Ralston's story isn't just about survival. It's a testament to the incredible, almost unbelievable power of the human will to live against all odds. Thanks for watching.